Let's talk about conditioning within the church. One of the most disorienting things about being in an unhealthy church environment is most people don't realize that they've been conditioned until they are outside of it. Conditioning doesn't happen overnight. It happens through hundreds or thousands of small moments. And a lot of times the moments aren't super obvious, which makes them really difficult to pinpoint how they're actually wrong, because they can so easily be justified as a misunderstanding or swept under the rug like it's no big deal. Or it's just a part of the culture, so nobody really questions it. So these hundreds of thousands of little moments slowly shape how you think. For example, you could be conditioned around authority. It sounds like, don't question God's anointed. And it looks like feeling guilty that you're asking an honest question to them. So then you're conditioned that questioning authority is wrong. You could also be conditioned around discernment. It sounds like you're just offended or you're too sensitive. It looks like maybe ignoring the red flags you might be seeing. And eventually, you no longer trust the discernment that the Lord has given you. Or even worse, discernment isn't even something that's really taught, which that is highly controlling, by the way. You could also be conditioned around conflict. It sounds like don't cause division, or talking about this is gossip. So then you're conditioned to stay silent, because speaking up feels more sinful than staying silent. By the way, sharing the truth of what happened is not actually gossip. So another common conditioning is around forgiveness. And it sounds like you're supposed to forgive 70 times 7. Forgive and forget. It's water under the bridge. If you've really forgiven them, why do you seem so bitter? When they're equating bitterness to actually having boundaries. So then you're conditioned to believe that forgiving someone equates to giving someone endless access to your life, even when that trust has been broken. And that is definitely not biblical. So here's the thing. Healthy churches don't condition people to become dependent on their leaders. They also don't elevate leadership as if they are more holy or righteous than anyone else. And that can be done through subtle verbiage like, one day when you get where I am, or having different rules or even privileges for leadership than the people who aren't in leadership. Healthy churches equip people to know God's word, follow Christ above everything else, and lean into their discernment, meaning encouraging people to study on their own and not control what they study, and encouraging them to take it to the Lord. Encouraging them to learn how to lean in and walk in their own discernment. Unfortunately, conditioning isn't always intentional. It can also be unintentional, and it can sound super, super righteous. I recently did a training in our community regarding all different kinds of conditioning and what they look like. So if you're interested in joining that, just let me know. You can find the link in my bio. I help people heal and gain clarity from abusive church leadership and unhealthy church environments. So follow if that resonates. I also have some resources in my link.